Hello everyone and welcome to today's vlog. Thank you so much everyone for all the love and support I've been getting in past all these weeks. मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है. एक महीने हो गए मुझे लास्ट वीडियो डाले हुए, but still like people are still commenting on some videos and asking for my opinion and also reaching out to me on LinkedIn. तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है जब मुझे आप लोग भूलते नहीं हो. एंड मैं भी किसी को नहीं भूला हूँ. I'll obviously be there on this platform to help you all and I'm here to stay. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये मेरा बस पैशन था. आई स्टार्टेड एंड नाउ आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू स्टॉप इट. मतलब मेरा बहुत टाइम से मन भी कर रहा था कि मैं डे इन अ लाइफ का वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करूँ या फिर अबाउट माई जॉब एक्सपीरियंस. बट वो देयर वाज अ टाइम आई वाज जस्ट नॉट इन अ मूड टू शूट एनीथिंग. So finally I'm back. I'm going to come up with some content that is going to help you all in like a lot of aspects like fitness, motivation, and what I do like to keep myself fit during this winter time or something like that, or like the exercises that I do, or the meditation path that I followed up till now. So I'm going to talk about all those things also, क्योंकि सिर्फ मैं अगर इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करता रहूँ, दैट इज ऑब्वियसली बीइंग प्रोवाइडेड बाय लॉट ऑफ पीपल out here, and I'm obviously going to provide you all with that. But with that, there are a lot of other things that you face over here, that you come across over here. There are difficulties, there are difficult decisions that you have to take, there are difficult choices that you have to make. And how discipline basically plays a very important role over here. क्योंकि हम जब बॉम्बे में होते हैं, वी ऑब्वियसली हैव लाइक पीपल हु हैव स्टेड इन हॉस्टल, दैट इज कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट. बट जो लोग घर पे रहते हैं, देयर इज ऑब्वियसली डिसिप्लिन. आप अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ रहते हो, यू नो इवन इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग, दे विल ऑब्वियसली होल्ड यू एंड दे विल ऑब्वियसली हैव योर बैक ओवर देयर. बट ओवर हियर यू हैव टू मेक सर्टेन डिसीजंस ऑन योर ओन and you have to follow certain path that you only decide. So I'm going to address all these things. I was I'm pretty confident that you all are going to get your desired roles and jobs, and also I'm going to help you all in this process. मैं questions के answers तो फिर भी करता हूँ, अगर मैं वीडियो नहीं भी डाल पा रहा हूँ being busy. And also people who are reaching out to me on LinkedIn, I just have one request. When you are reaching out to me, put a subject. Person is interested in seeing your profile, he will definitely click on your profile and will see who are you and what are the things that you are carrying with you. But if बात करनी है, because there are a lot of messages that I've been getting about my job role and everything, so उसके बारे में आप सब्जेक्ट डालो तो मैं आप उस प्रॉब्लम को या उस क्वेश्चन को एड्रेस कर सकता हूँ. इफ यू आर रीचिंग आउट टू अ पर्सन, show your interest in a particular domain or show your interest towards the question that you are going to ask. क्योंकि मैंने भी बहुत बार नोटिस किया था लोग मुझे रिप्लाई नहीं करते थे when I used to write my name, my college, and I'm doing this master or that, and then in the second paragraph I used to explain my problem or the question that I want to ask. तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम ये होता था कि वो पहली लाइन पढ़ के they were like, yo, another guy who is looking for job or something like that. But if you are looking for something specific, if you want to know something specific about that role, then try to mention that in the first paragraph itself so that that person knows. And now in today's video, I'm going to talk about few things that are going to help you in your interviews, and also that you should be aware about. Like मैं generic interview process बता रहा हूँ company की, which I came across, which a lot of people who are giving interviews right now come across. So I'm going to give you that overview, and so that you obviously know about the process, like full-time process. Full-time interviews की process ऐसे होती है, and also I'll give you a glimpse of how the summer internships or like spring internship works. उनमें उनके interview rounds कैसे होते हैं सब companies में. So I'm just going to give you an overview and also talk about my experience so that you have a clear picture about how the interview process work in all these companies. So firstly, when you apply for roles like data analytics, business analyst, or if you are applying for a role like consultant or something like that, interview process is divided in 4 rounds, 4 to 3 rounds. Max is 4 rounds if they have like different way of taking interview. Like कुछ कंपनीज में ऐसा होता है कि फर्स्ट राउंड इज जस्ट लाइक दे आस्क यू बिहेवियरल क्वेश्चंस लाइक about your resume, about your background, about your interest and everything. So that's why they have 4 rounds, because in second round then they give you case study or maybe a coding questions or something like that. So that's why I said 4 round or 3 round. So अब मैं इसमें ब्रेक डाउन ये करूंगा कि कैसे होते हैं ये 3 राउंड या 4 राउंड एंड इसको आपको कैसे टैकल करना चाहिए. I followed what I felt was comfortable for me. So that's what I'll suggest. Like don't go on the books, क्योंकि बहुत सारी ऐसे टेक्निक्स या मेथड्स होते हैं जो आप खुद जब उसमें टाइम इन्वेस्ट करते हो, यू मेक इट. सो जस्ट डोंट गो ऑन द बुक्स, क्योंकि सब लोग वो चीज़ नहीं फॉलो कर सकते. ऑब्वियसली देयर आर गुड कंटेंट, यू कैन डेफिनेटली रेफर टू दोज थिंग्स, बट टेक सम थिंग्स फ्रॉम देम. बिकॉज हर एक वो हर एक सिचुएशन आपके साथ नहीं हुई, आप या ना आप सिचुएशन बना सकते हो. आई विल से मेक योर ओन वे and decide what you want to speak about. So in my first round, I got a phone interview. So मैंने उसके लिए सबसे पहला and obviously I took suggestions and advices because the people you connect with also matters the most, क्योंकि जो जिस कंपनी में होगा वो अपना उस कंपनी के हिसाब से थोड़ा उसका बिहेवियर, उसका वे ऑफ वर्किंग सब बताएगा. So my first round was with a technical HR. It was a 45-minute phone interview. इसके पहले इंडिया में ऐसा प्लेसमेंट नहीं होता है एंड यू डोंट एक्सपीरियंस होता भी है तो वो ऐसा नहीं होता. इट्स in US they have a round called phone interview. Back over there there is no round, there is no such round of which I've heard कि phone interview हुआ किसी का. I prepared questions that can be asked from my resume. Obviously I took advices, जैसे कि अगर मैंने अपने skills में लिखा है Python या certifications के बारे में कुछ लिखा हुआ है, so I started to put some points down on the paper कि ये पर्टिकुलर सर्टिफिकेशन के बारे में मैंने अभी लेटेस्ट किया हुआ है, इसके बारे में क्वेश्चन पूछा तो व्हाट विल आई से. सो 3 points फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट. Because it's a 45-minute phone interview, and if you have a lot of things to talk about in your resume, then obviously make 3 to 4 points so that you can elaborate those points. But in the beginning, it should be something interesting होना चाहिए कि ये 3 points, अच्छा तो मैंने ये टास्क परफॉर्म की थी, ये प्रॉब्लम थी, that's why I did this particular part. And मैंने ये सर्टिफिकेशन क्यों किया, what was the reason, why did you pay so much for this particular certification. Second point is how did it help you, and third point is how are you going to leverage that particular knowledge into the real world. जब आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम या आप खुद एक एग्जाम्पल रखो and keep list of examples that you are going to talk about in your interview, because that's what I've seen. Interview is हम लोग interview को कैसे सोचते हैं कि it's question and answer, the front person is going to ask you questions and you are just going to give answers, but it's not like that. It's a two-way thing. Interviews are always two-way communication. If you are asked some question, then you should also ask some question to them, and that's how it becomes more interesting. And जो आपका time है वो कब खत्म होगा आपको पता नहीं चलेगा. So I made sure that if a question is asked to me, then also I have a solution to it and also an example, but at the same time I'll also ask something to them. ये कंपनी में अगर मैं ये एक्सपीरियंस लेके आ रहा हूँ, हाउ इज इट गोइंग टू हेल्प मी, और व्हाट एल्स शुड आई इनकलकेट इन ऑल दोज skills that I have prepared over the years. So you should have such questions, and don't when you're talking on a phone interview, don't don't refer to your notes or anything. Make a small chits out of it, small notes out of it, but don't refer to your notebook or something like that. Otherwise you will be confused and you will fumble, and the person in the phone call will get to know that you are obviously referring to something. रेज्यूमे है उसका आप एक पेज निकालो, उसके साइड में 3 बुलेट पॉइंट्स लिखते जाओ हर एक पार्ट के आगे, दैट यू आर गोइंग टू से दिस अबाउट योर जॉब एक्सपीरियंस, दिस अबाउट योर इंटर्नशिप, दिस अबाउट योर पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटीज दैट यू हैव डन विच शोकेस योर लीडरशिप और समथिंग लाइक दैट. प्रिपेयर योर एग्जाम्पल्स के लिए एक पेज रखो जिसमें make some scenario. जैसे मैं ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछा था, tell us about a time when you face difficulty with the data. So I have made an example कि अच्छा okay, so this was the problem, this was the problem in the project, and that's how me and my colleague overcame it using this particular resource, and this was the solution scenario that we designed. So like that. So this is how you sequentially manage and plan. अब इसमें मैंने कोई बाहर की आउट ऑफ जो बुक में लिखा होता है या जो टेक्निक्स लिखे हैं बाहर, जो लोग जिस टेक्निक्स के मैंने कोई फॉलो नहीं किया था. आई जस्ट फॉलोड सिंपल थिंग कि अगर मेरे से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे सो उसका जेनरिक आंसर हमें जो बचपन में भी मार्क्स मिलते थे पेपर में वो कैसे मिलते थे, because we first understood the problem, then second the solution of it, and how basically I conclude that particular part. So this is how you should answer. Don't make it very yeah, you have just you have just learned that particular answer kahin se dekh ke. Make it very simple, unique, and make it your story. So agar aapne kahin pe example dekha bhi hai, so try to make it your own story. Don't try to just write it down and wahi sab ekdam exactly bol diya. They understand all these things. So make it very interesting and make it different. The second thing is what I did was for my phone interview also I wore formals. formals have played a very important role in my life. Like whenever I wear a formal suit or something like that, I feel more confident. And जैसे अटायर में आप होते हो वैसे ही आपको काम करने का मन करता है. It's something that affects. So what I would say is, even though you have a phone call, wear formals, you will feel more confident. क्योंकि जैसे आप दिखते हो वैसे ही आप उस दिन फील करते हो और वैसे ही आपके आंसर्स निकलते हैं, उतने ही कॉन्फिडेंट आप लगते हो. एंड आपको खुद को भी अच्छा लगता है. व्हेन यू सी योरसेल्फ इन द मिरर आफ्टर द इंटरव्यू और बिफोर द इंटरव्यू, यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योरसेल्फ दैट you have actually prepared for something. So make sure that you are in your proper attire. It's not compulsory. It's a tip that I followed and it helped me a lot. And it's one of the helpful tip that one of my colleague gave, and it helped me a lot. My third tip is, when you apply for a particular company, जब आप कोई भी कंपनी में कोई भी कोई भी फॉर्चून कंपनी में आप अप्लाई कर रहे हो, जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव अप्लाइड फॉर वन पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन विद दैट रेफरल एंड यू डोंट अप्लाई टू एनी अदर पोजीशन if that person has given you referral. क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि if that person is given you referral, then your process is already ongoing. ठीक है. एंड उसके बाद आप दूसरे रोल के लिए अप्लाई करते हो रेज्यूमे में थोड़े चेंजेस करके, एंड इफ यू गेट रिजेक्शन, देन मोस्ट ऑफ द कंपनीज दे डोंट टेक यू, they don't entertain you for like 6 months. So just make sure, अगर आपने किसी का रेफरल लिया है, so wait for that decision. If you haven't taken someone's referral, then also apply for one position, wait for the response, and then apply for the second one. And अगर response नहीं आता है, then it's different. Like, try to reach out to their HR on LinkedIn, or like, try to reach out to the people who are working in that particular role in that company. So don't just try to, like, मैंने भी ये गलती की है कि मैं एक रेज्यूमे में थोड़े बहुत चेंजेस करता था, एंड आई यूज्ड टू अप्लाई फॉर लाइक मल्टीपल रोल्स इन दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी. एंड यही चीज़ एचआर को पसंद भी नहीं होती, दैट you are still not sure what you want to do. Like, कुछ कभी आप डेटा एनालिस्ट के लिए अप्लाई करो, कभी आप बिजनेस एनालिस्ट के लिए अप्लाई करो, कभी आप प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट के लिए अप्लाई करो. सो जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट दैट पर्टिकुलर रोल इफ यू आर टेकिंग रेफरल, एंड देन proceed forward. So just be confident about one role and then apply. And अब मैं बता रहा हूँ अपना second round. So my second round was with a consultant, and in that particular round I was asked to do a case study, and this particular case study is, so normally all the big four are going to have a case study round, but सब जगह पे नहीं होता है. कुछ companies they give you direct coding round, or like they, if they want to basically target particular skill, तो वो लोग जैसे डेटा एनालिस्ट के रोल्स के लिए they give you SQL problems or something like that. But for consulting role, case study is must. Like, you are going to get a case study, and you have to basically showcase how you solve it. They are not concerned about the end result. They are just concerned about your approach. कि आप एक अप्रोच लेते हो, 2 अप्रोच लेते हो, 3 अप्रोच लेते हो, and how do you follow it, and how will you follow it with the given resources and the given time. Try to concentrate on your approach instead of just giving them an accurate answer. So जब आपको केस राउंड आता है, make sure they give you like a day or something, or sometimes 2 to 3 hours, depends on the case study. So मैंने जो 3 approaches लिए थे, जो मैंने 3 approaches सोचे थे, I gave some visualization to those things. Like, I made sure that my presentation looks appealing and is also talking at the same time. Even if I'm not standing in front of them, they should understand my presentation. So this is how you should prepare for your case round. Like, अगर आपका case round है, try to make sure that you are not just speaking, like you're not just giving them solution like directly. Make some effort, make some presentation, make some notes or something like that to present them. Because being a consultant or being an analyst, they generally see कि आप instantly क्या सोचते हो इस चीज़ के बारे में, instantly आपके पास solution क्या आता है. So make sure that the solution that you're providing, it should be viable to everyone, like person who is technically sounded in the room and who is also coming from different background. Because there are HRs who don't come from science background, but they obviously have certain questions that they will ask you. So you should be you should be that person ki you should be able to make them understand in a layman terms, and also in the technical terms. And my last round, my last round, this was one of the challenging round, and it was one of the round जिस टाइम पे like मैंने कभी पहले इतने interviews नहीं दिए थे, या मतलब life में कभी engineering का straight away came for masters. So you all know that मेरे पास ज़्यादा या हम किसी के पास भी ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं होता है. सो दिस वाज वन ऑफ द लास्ट राउंड एंड इट वाज वन ऑफ माय ड्रीम जॉब एंड ड्रीम कंपनी. सो आई वाज प्रीटी नर्वस एट द सेम टाइम. आई वाज थिंकिंग लाइक लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. जब इंटरव्यू इतना एंड तक आप पहुंच जाते हो तो एक तो ये होता है कि आपके पास खोने का डर होता है. पहले आपके पास नहीं होता है पहले इनिशियल राउंड में कि ठीक है कि रिजेक्ट होगा तो आई विल अप्लाई समवेयर एल्स, आई विल गिव माय एफर्ट समवेयर एल्स. Now it's been like 15-20 days. Now you have given your 100%. You are obviously giving more efforts to it, and it's the last round. So last मतलब वो बोलते हैं ना last lap race का, जिसमें decide होता है कि who wins and who loses. So that particular part is all about patience. For my last round, trust me, this was one of the most challenging day or night I would say. कि रात को तो मेरे को नींद आ ही नहीं रही थी. And secondly, I was very worried about things that I was going to speak about and stuff, because आप obviously जिससे बात करने वाले हो, that professional is obviously going to carry 15 to 16 years of experience. They know each and everything happening in the industry, in the market right now. And आपने कुछ भी गलत बोला, so it might affect your chances. वीडियो कॉल था तो मैं ऑब्वियसली वो पॉइंट्स रेफर नहीं कर सकता था, बिकॉज एंड दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द टिप दैट आई ऑल्सो गिव कि अगर आपने कोई पॉइंट्स या कुछ भी लिखे हुए हैं वीडियो इंटरव्यू में, डोंट ट्राई टू मूव योर आई बॉल्स एंड स्टफ, क्योंकि उनको पता चल जाता है. बिकॉज एज आई सेड दैट पर्सन वॉज कैरिंग 15 to 16 years ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. आई चेक्ड देयर लिंक्डइन एंड ये सब करने से आपके पॉइंट्स आते हैं. सो बी कॉन्फिडेंट एंड जो भी आता है उसी को उतना ही एक्सप्लेन करो. डोंट गेट योर सेल्फ पुश इनटू द साइड वेयर यू डोंट नो आंसर्स अबाउट. ये मैंने सीख लिया था कि अगर मुझे पता है कि मैं इस चीज़ के बारे में कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ, सो आई विल स्पीक दीज मैनी पॉइंट्स अबाउट इट. एंड इफ क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो कम्स देन आई गिव देम रिसोर्सेज दैट आर जेन्युइन. कि अगर मुझे आंसर नहीं भी आ रहा है तो मैं बताता हूँ कि आई फाइंड माई आंसर्स फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर साइट और दिस पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. I had 2 internships back then. So he he asked me questions related to those things. And there was this one question which I'll never forget, which I was asked. So what is the innovation that you think that can come in the ties that we... So now this question was a very tricky question. Like I could have answered something जो मुझे उस time पे याद आ रहा था instantly, but I took like 2 minutes. And it's always good to take minute or two during your interview. If you don't know answer to anything, or if you are confused about something, just take, like, you can say like, sir, I would like to take 2 minutes, and they will be like, they generally give you 2 minutes to think about that particular problem. So I took 2 minutes, and then I said that in a tie there is no photosensitive material, and if you try to embed a photosensitive material, then a person going to a formal meeting can also attend a casual meeting, and it is pretty doable, and उसमें कुछ extra resources नहीं है, extra खर्चा नहीं है. But I said something like this. So this was something that challenged me at the same time, क्योंकि ये मतलब दे सी यू कि आप इंस्टेंटली अगर आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम पूछा या कोई एकदम हट के आपसे इंटरव्यू से हट के एकदम से क्वेश्चन पूछा, हाउ यू रिएक्ट टू इट. सो जस्ट मेक श्योर कि ऐसे क्वेश्चंस भी आते हैं, क्योंकि कभी कभी इंटरव्यूज गोज for like 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 10 minutes. To make it light, such questions are asked, and your approaches are basically monitored कि इसने क्या बोला, अच्छा ये अप्रोच लेगा, ये अच्छा इसने ऐसे सोचा. Don't just say anything in those interviews or in such scenarios या in such situations, because these situations are very tricky. And इसमें आपने भले ही आपने कोड 100% रन किया हुआ है, सब मॉनिटर किया हुआ है, बट अगर आपसे ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछा गया और आपने कुछ गलत आंसर किया, maybe you are monitored on the basis of that, because these job roles, and today each and every job roles, people don't expect you to just do your job, like वो particular skill करो, वो नहीं सिर्फ. A person should be proactive in the company. He should be responsible for his role, but also at the same time managing the team, and also responsible for others at the same time. So there are a lot of things that a company seek in today's employer. So just try to make sure that you have those things. You have 100% potential. So just make sure that you are confident about your answers, you are confident about your approaches, and follow the approach that is easy for you. Don't go on any technique or anything that you find online, because सबके लिए सब चीज़ नहीं होती है. कुछ लोगों को फॉलो करके ऑब्वियसली पास हो जाते हैं, कुछ लोगों के लिए अपने अप्रोचेस बहुत मैटर करते हैं. मैं जब मैथ्स पढ़ता था बचपन में, आई यूज्ड टू सी लाइक पीपल यूज्ड टू फॉलो द बुक्स एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट, बट ऑल्सो आई केम अक्रॉस दिस ट्यूटर जो अपने अप्रोचेस बताता था. आई यूज्ड टू कम अक्रॉस, लाइक आई यूज्ड टू गेट माई आंसर्स थ्रू दैट, एंड मुझे वो ईजी लगता था. सो try to give some time to your interview. You will obviously find an approach that is going to help you to thrive in the role. So and obviously believe in learning, because मैं भी आज तक सीख रहा हूँ और आगे भी सीखता ही रहूँगा और आगे और सीखना चाहता भी हूँ. So always believe in learning. अगर इंटरव्यू नहीं भी होता है पास, just take that learning experience and go home and work hard on the next one. Thank you so much everyone. I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Please like, share and subscribe my channel, iKanish, and keep working hard, keep hustling, and keep achieving your dreams.